Hi, my name is Shannon, and in this screencast, I'm going to provide you with a preview of Annotation Studio. Annotation Studio is a powerful new tool that uses artificial intelligence to identify various entities, such as people, places, and organizations appearing within digital text. Let's get started. In this example, I'm going to build an annotator that is capable of identifying and labeling people. Let's start out by opening two documents that I've created using information from Wikipedia. Before we're able to work with any of these documents, they must first be processed. Processing a document simply means that we can detect certain characteristics of the words used to comprise the document. Which characteristics are of value differs depending on what type of annotator we're attempting to build. The document is pushed through a series of processors sequentially. The sequence order can be modified directly from the user interface, and processors can be added, removed, or even created from scratch, depending on your needs. Our processing pipeline has already been configured, so we're ready to process our documents. We do this by activating a document and selecting the process item from the toolbar. In this example, we'll use the first document to train the system and the second document to test the system once it's been trained. The concept behind training is to provide a set of examples that contain references to people. We'll label those people manually so the system understands what it is we want to find. The system will then use the knowledge acquired through the training to identify people in documents that were never part of its training examples. We'll demonstrate this using our second document. Labeling our training examples is simple. All we do is highlight the text we want labeled and select the tag item from the toolbar. Once the word or words have been tagged, their text will appear red to indicate that they've been labeled. We can continue labeling our examples by repeating this process over the entire training document. Once we finish labeling our examples, we can use them to train the system. With our training document chosen as the active document, we select the build item from the toolbar. The system will begin the training process and notify us once the task is complete. Training time depends on the number of examples we decide to use. Since we're using a very small set of examples for this demonstration, training time is very short. Once the system has been trained, it's capable of recognizing and labeling people it has never seen before. We can demonstrate this using our test document. We can instruct the system to automatically detect people in our test document by making it the active document and choosing the extract item from the toolbar. Almost instantly, the system labels all the people in our test document by highlighting them in blue text. As you can see, the system was able to provide a very high level of accuracy with a minimal amount of training. It was even able to identify Howard Stern's Hebrew name. The test document we chose was a moderately difficult example that would confuse even the best rule-based systems. Annotation Studio doesn't rely on rules to identify information. It analyzes the context in which the word was used and applies reason during the labeling process. Notice the last sentence in our test, which reads, "Jobs held several jobs prior to founding Apple." Here we have two references to the word jobs. One is the person Steve Jobs, and the other is a noun which refers to a paid position of regular employment. This type of ambiguity is difficult, but Annotation Studio is able to differentiate by understanding the context in which these terms are used. We even begin both terms with uppercase letters just to show that Annotation Studio does not rely solely on the case of the word during its reasoning process. Let's briefly examine how the rule-based engine in ESP performs using the same example. We fed our test document into ESP and formulated a contextual query that shows all the people that were identified during extraction. As you can see, it was only able to identify 4 of the 13 actual people mentioned in the document. Annotation Studio goes beyond improving existing extractors. It can be used to address more difficult problems such as identifying things like products or diseases. This demonstration illustrates how to create an annotator capable of labeling people, but we can also apply the same process to label other entities. Annotation Studio is a cross-platform product that runs on PC, Mac, or just about any variation of Unix, including Linux. We hope you've enjoyed this preview of Annotation Studio. We expect to launch a beta release in early 2009. Thank you for watching.